Hello and welcome back to another episode of Wisdom for the Weekend. So I just wanted to share something that I experienced last weekend. I attended the experience, which was hosted by the School of the Womanly Arts, a school that I went to about almost 8 years ago. And this weekend was sort of a sneak peek for new women coming into the program. And I took one of my closest girlfriends who had never really known about it. I don't really talk about it that much, to be honest with you. So decided to bring her along, and she loved it. And one of the biggest things that she loved was the sisterhood. Being part of this community now for this long has really allowed me to grow into such beautiful friendships throughout the years. It's really been amazing. And so this week's wisdom nugget is going to be just talking a little bit about sisterhood. And it's a concept I think that either maybe many of you are very familiar with, or you're currently experiencing sisterhood in one way or another, or maybe you really don't have a clear idea of what sisterhood is really about. To me, it is about women coming together and supporting each other. You have the support when you're going through something very intense, or to celebrate your wins. Some, beautiful miracle has happened in your life and you want to share it. It's a place where you can go and you know that there's no jealousy, there's no envy, there's no competition, but it truly is a very beautiful bond that comes together between women. And it has been such a beautiful journey for me since I became a sister goddess, is what you would call it if you are a graduate of the School of the Womanly Arts. And it is just amazing to me how after so many years, we do have private Facebook groups, and in there we will talk about things that we are going through in our life. And we get the support of our sisters in there, whether they are clapping for you or they are grieving with you. So I just wanted to say, if you currently don't have that in your life, is there a way that you can get that? Is there a way that you can maybe bring some girlfriends together? Or do you know anyone from the Mastery or School of Womanly Arts? Do you know any of the sister goddesses? There's thousands of us worldwide. And I think in New York City alone, there's a few thousand, I believe, just in New York City. So that would be one suggestion for me is, do you know a sister goddess, or is there a way that you can sort of tap in to different types of sisterhood? I'm sure if you were to Google that or even do a search on Facebook, you could probably find lots of different groups of women coming together in sisterhood. I recently I had actually created a meetup group in Connecticut. And this was last year, and I initially had it as sort of a fun going out kind of party. Let's get together. It's for entrepreneurial women. And I hosted several. And coming into 2017, the energy around that really has changed for me. And so I changed the meetup, and it is now called Sacred Sisterhood. And my first official sort of sacred gathering is the end of February. And it's going to include we're actually going to be celebrating the full moon. So we're doing a full moon ritual along with some restorative yoga and adding in some beautiful essential oils and having women really just sort of nestled into a beautiful space and getting really quiet. And writing down what it is that they want to release and then releasing it during their restorative practice. It's going to be such a beautiful event. So I have created this, it's called Sacred Sisterhood, and it is something that I wanted to do here in Connecticut and bring it to Connecticut and just see how many women would show up and how many are interested in this sort of thing. Now, if I did this in New York City, I'm sure there would be a very large turnout. And I've been contemplating about bringing this into Manhattan as well, for a lot of my sisters that live there, and it being just a beautiful event. So I may consider doing that in March. So for this week, I just wanted to talk a little bit about this sisterhood of bringing women together to really reclaim what we've lost over the years. There's really been sort of a separation, and that now I see this coming together, especially after the march, when women really coming together. It's so beautiful. And even men supporting us in that, which has just brought me to tears over the weekend as well. So I invite you to find a sisterhood, create one where you live. See if you can, if you have some close friends, if you can just do something that creates real truth and vulnerability in what you're sharing and what you're each opening your heart to and opening it up to each other. So that is it for this week. No more holding back your radiance, ladies. It is time that we come together and join together. I know you hear the calling. That's probably why you are listening to this podcast to begin with. So I appreciate you and I love you. And until next week, have the most beautiful weekend. Much love. Bye-bye.